Hi, my name is Jessi Watson, and I am the Director of Clinical Education for Frederick Community College. I want to share the results of a case study that was completed for a hybrid surgical technology course. Today, I will briefly discuss the purpose of the case study, give you some background information on the course evaluated, and then dive into the evaluation methods used, their results, and make recommendations. So the purpose of this summary is to share both quantitative and qualitative evaluation of the course and make actionable recommendations for course improvement. The course evaluated was a hybrid introductory surgical technology course that introduces the surgical environment and essential skills required of a surgical technologist. It emphasizes the fundamental concepts of sterile technique, critical thinking, and professionalism, and requires that students demonstrate the essential skills and concepts in order to advance in the program. The course is part of an 11-month program that prepares students to sit for the National Board of Surgical Technology and Surgical Assisting certification exam and successfully enter the workforce. So, two different rubrics or scorecards were used for the quantitative evaluation. The first was the Quality Matters rubric. So, that consists of 44 specific review standards. There are 8 overarching general standards, which are listed here. A score of 85% of the total 101 points possible, and the 3-point specific essential standards must be met during the review for a course to be QM certified. So the total score for this surgical technology course was 92 out of 100. The course failed to meet one of the 3-point specific review standards. So even though it says 92 here, we did not receive a passing score. And the 3-point specific review standard that we did not meet is the 5.3. The instructor's plan for regular interaction with learners in substantive ways during the course is clearly stated. So some successful elements, we scored well on the learning objectives and competencies, the instructor role, on communication and learner support. And there, where we have room for improvement, some images did not have alternate text, so that's an accessibility issue. There is no academic integrity pledge, just general information given in the student handbook. Students were not given the opportunity to introduce themselves in a discussion board area, and the instructor's plan for communication with students was not explicitly stated outside of a generic FCC blurb about replying within 48 hours. Additionally, no information was given about how students can protect their data and privacy. So the second evaluation tool that was used for quantitative evaluation was the Q-tip scorecard, which has 97 specific review standards and 10 overarching general standards, which are listed here. So the score is either 0, 1, 2, or 3, 0 being not present, 1 being developing, 2 is accomplished, and 3 is exemplary. So our results for the Q-tip scorecard were an 86.5%. So there was a total possible score of 291. 24 of those 291 points were not applicable due to the course format. This scorecard was designed for online courses, and this is a hybrid course, so 24 of those were left out. The overall score was 237 out of 267 applicable items, leaving us with an 86.5%. So scores of 2 or 3 were given to successful elements, including course design, course learning outcomes, course content, assignments, instructor role, class discussion and engagement, communication, building community, and continuous course improvement. Room for improvement, these items were given 0 to 1. In the accessibility and ADA compliance section, course accessibility was scored as developing due to some images not having alt text. In course content, the only issue was the netiquette behavior expectations were not stated, so that received a score of 0. And in the assignment section, mostly good scores, except there was one item scored with a 1, meaning developing, and that was that there are minimal learning activities to promote student-to-student interaction. The qualitative evaluation of this course was done in order to assess the alignment of learning outcomes with activities and assessments. We were looking for engaging learning experiences, use of technology and web-based tools, the presence of instructional design theory, and continuous evaluation and improvement, which are all elements of a successful course. There were many effective elements which resulted from the design of this course. There were a diversity of learning theories leveraged, including constructivism, behaviorism, and cognitivism. The outcomes and the assessments were in alignment, and there were a variety of assessment strategies used. There is quite a bit of engaging content. The course utilizes multimedia learning theory. There are multiple ways to revisit the material, and students have activities like MindTap and GimKit to keep them engaged. Also, the course collects student feedback in the form of course and instructor evaluations and utilizes the ADDIE design model for iterative assessment and real-time change, which is showing us that this course is continuously evaluating itself. Some areas for improvement. So there are several web-based tools that students access throughout the course, including resource repositories, MindTap, GimKit, Microsoft Teams communication, and multimedia presentations. These tools are used mainly to interact with content and with their instructors, but do not include a discussion forum or other collaborative platform. So web-based tools could be improved to create more of a collaborative environment. Which brings us to learner interaction and collaboration. So there is a peer review pre-testing assignment, which takes place in the lab setting, and there are a few other face-to-face activities, but there are limited opportunities for students to interact in the online platform. So the results of this case study led me to have some recommendations. Based on the quantitative evaluation, there are some very specific things that I think that this course can improve. I believe that all courses should be running the accessibility reports to find inconsistencies, which would have helped us find that there were images that did not have alternate text. The netiquette guidelines should be clearly stated. The plan for regular interaction with students should be stated. There should be an academic integrity pledge associated with all assessments. More activities that support student-to-student interaction, and information about how students can protect their data and privacy. Recommendations based on the qualitative evaluation include the addition of more web-based tools to support student-to-student interaction. Some examples of that are the addition of an online discussion forum. We could have assignments like online portfolios to showcase student progress. We could facilitate study groups, use interactive polls, or integrate social media into our course. So there are some bigger programmatic recommendations that I have based on this analysis. I think that obviously these edits should be made to all future courses, and after these edits, the surgical technology courses should be evaluated again against these rubrics. And bigger picture for the Department of Health Sciences, I recommend that all instructors self-evaluate courses using these rubrics. And we could consider scheduling mini audits of one another's courses so that we can make sure that we are compliant. Thank you.